Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Thriving LDS Singles podcast. And today I've got my co-host Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hello.
And today we're interviewing a fascinating man called Nahum. And hi, Nahum.
Hi.
And welcome. So excited to have you on. For those of you who follow us on Facebook, you will see that he's one of our regular contributors to our Facebook account. And he's very much into writing and analysing and thinking and philosophizing and all of those things. So we're excited to have him and talk a bit. But we're going to get a bit of a backstory first. So we want to hear, first off, that you're single, and so a little bit about that story, your life story, and then, some of the stories behind, on your conversion story. That was the other one that we want to hear. So you're from Honduras. So that's exciting. And we were just talking before about the languages he speaks. And we're very impressed with people who can speak more than one language. But we're doing this episode in English because that's all that Kim and I can do.
Yes.
So
tell us a bit about yourself.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kay, for inviting me to participate in this presentation. It's interesting, but inspiring. I was born in Honduras, and I now live here in Sandy, Utah. Reading has been my lifelong passion, and have published almost 8 books. Okay? Including
8 books?
8 books,
wow.
Yeah. Politics, personal studies about the Book of Mormon. And I try to dedicate my effort to healing myself. Every time that I wrote a story is with only purpose to healing all my wounds, all my past, and try to stream. I love this this community that you created, streaming, because every single people in this community is trying to stream with the tests and troubles and try to effort in the right pathway to the covenants.
And Nahum, tell me, because I would love to read some of the things that you've shared, so we might do that if we have a chance, but you have told me before that it's really very therapeutic for you, and that's what has really driven you to do your writing, but you write very eloquently and beautifully.
Yeah. Well,
you're kind of a romantic too, I think.
I am. Well, all the people in different circumstances, we are romantic. Whether in the sadness or the happiness. The love is the motive that all the people trying to get and trying to live for it. Romantic is a misunderstanding word, and because of trying to place to another person in order to get and strong old emotion and feel comfortable with our partners, and probably we have high expectation with that, and we don't receive the things that we are looking for. But we are romantic in many ways in our work, our dedication to the volunteers, and including in the doctrines and the church, our families. Okay? Romantic is love for everything that we are making to do that.
Yes. So we want to just get a bit of your backstory first. So you were born in Honduras?
Yes, I was born in Honduras 7 years ago. Okay, this last week was my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Did you join the church in Honduras, or when did you come to America?
Oh, I was born in Honduras. I met the missionaries and the gospel in Honduras 4 years ago. Okay, and I served in a mission.
Oh, fairly recent. No, how many years ago?
40.
40?
Right.
40 years ago.
Oh, what do you,
Yeah,
okay.
in 1985. Okay.
And then you
Yeah,
served a mission. Okay, so you were a teenager.
yeah.
Yeah.
I served
Good.
in Honduras and Belize when it was only mission Honduras and Belize. Okay,
Right.
and part of the Salvador. Okay.
So you've seen massive growth in South America then, like in the church.
Yep. I was a missionary young, and I was a seminary young, and since well, my conversion is interesting because I was born in a Judeo-Christian family. Okay, my mother was a Catholic. My father is a member of the church, less active, but it belongs to the church since in the time when Harold Lee was a president. But and when many of my brothers are from different faiths, Methodist, Baptist,
Wow.
Catholic, and Jehovah's Witness. So I try to find the truth among all the faiths, interfaiths in the interfaith family, and
So a Joseph Smith story, really. It was like
it's
like all,
so
except probably not the God and Jesus.
exactly.
You didn't get the
Well,
vision.
I find my own golden place in the Book of Mormon.
Yes.
I love the Book of Mormon. I have read it, I don't know how many times, but I read it every single day. I have made of the Book of Mormon a case study in different ways, from including the law, corruption, religious, wars, and well, I have a
Well, that's your latest book, isn't it? The latest book is based on your latest book is called
Your only book in English.
Your only
yeah.
book in English. So the one that we can read.
I
Yep,
have,
show us.
yeah, I have this one, The Architect of Chaos. Okay.
Yep.
And it's a power heresy conspiracy that is based in the Book of Mormon. It's my personal study. Okay. But beyond my faith is my willing to serve to the people. Okay. Is the reason we are why I am here in USA. Okay. And well, in Honduras, I create a foundation to help to the people, especially young people that have no resource, they have not the resources to go into the school. And with all the people here in USA, trying to help them with elementary things like meals and uniforms and books and all the stuff that they need in order to go into the education. Okay? And for the other hand, I had created almost 10 years ago our organization to help to the victims of the crime, especially with gangs and drugs.
Because it's a big problem in Honduras.
Well, not only in Honduras, it's around the world.
Right.
But Honduras is probably Honduras is not a poorest country. It's a rich country, but with people, they get only a secret combination to gain money and power.
Right.
Yeah, this is the story. It's the story for many countries in Latin America. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I know this is going a little bit away from those things, but we'd like to hear a bit about your single story too. Of like, so have you been married? What's
well, okay. When I get married twice, the first marriage I have no children, and I get married for when I was 21 years old, and get married for 5 years. So
So just after your mission then, like
after the mission field.
straight after your mission. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my first love. It was my first girlfriend.
Yep.
And I was excited to to get married and grow in the gospel and everything. And suddenly the things it, it's not working. So and but she and me, we decide to separate our ways and continue in different stances. Now she lives in Barcelona, Spain, and things simply don't work. And we don't want a complicated relationship. Just say goodbye, have a good time, and continue. Continues, and I was singing in the temple, but simple the spirit of the Lord is not with in our relationship because the promise simply is we don't have the promise because um, it's sad to say we are not obedient with the commandments of the Lord. It's simple for me.
And then what about, so that, but then you said you got married twice, so you had a,
The another one is another story. 7 years after my first marriage, I I met another person. She has two children, and one boy of 10 years and another girl from 8 years old. And we have no marriage in the temple. And just because I met her in a party, a single, in the church. Okay? And we get married in 4 months after we meet each other. Okay,
wow.
it's so fast. It's so fast. She is divorced. I am divorced. We are not for games. Okay. Um, so after 22 years being married, and suddenly she decided don't continue with the relationship. Uh, and we got two children with her. So I got two of them, two from my ex-wife and three sons. So I count 5 children, okay, including us, including my ex-wife,
Your
because
stepchildren.
I feel like a father for her.
You feel like a mother.
Yeah. Rather than serving a mission field, rather than um, going to a good marriage, simple the things is not working. Okay, so we continue. Um, so we decide to separate in the proper way. We are in friendly ways, and well, this is my second story, and now I dedicate my my time to write books in order to this. I am engaged with this. Probably it's my first marriage. My books.
Your books are now your first love, your only love at the moment, huh?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
For a romantic, that's not a good sign.
Yeah.
And I know this is sort of telling tales out of school, but Kim was saying that you're concerned about your English, and that's part of your reluctance to socialize.
Yeah, I just to fill that in a little more. When we first met, when I first reached out to Nahum, I said, "Do you go to the singles activities?" And he said no, because he was hesitated to go because of your English. But do you do more now? That I know you went to the one dance. Is that the only dance you've ever been to now, or do you go now?
Well, I prefer to talk with the people instead of to dancing. I don't feel comfortable with that. It's probably one of my weakness, like meet people because I am not socialized
Yes.
eventually. But I need to do that.
Yeah,
Socializing is good.
there are other activities besides dances for sure, like the firesides and potluck dinners and all kinds of things. But you haven't been going to those yet. We'll say yet, right? Is that
Yet.
right?
Yeah.
So for the listeners, we've been working with Nahum for a while to try and get him to come on to the podcast. So we're very grateful that you've been willing to put yourself out there to do this. So because we actually don't think your English is that bad at all. So we're very happy that you've been able to come, and now that maybe the more socializing as well, because everybody's going to know you now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Probably one of my limitations is my English. Okay, especially here in the USA when we try with socialize with people that don't speak Spanish. I feel more comfortable with my old idiom, with my own language, and it was my limitation, but it's an opportunity to grow. It's using my time to serve and meet other people and develop my talents and get closer to the Lord. And well, there is probably I have high expectation with myself.
Your English is fine, and
Yes. Yes. Don't be so hard on yourself.
and there are people that want to speak Spanish too. So there's a guy in the ward where I am, and he's from Mexico. That's right. But he speaks a variety of languages, and people come to the ward, and he's able to talk to them in the different languages. So it's really good. And a lady who's been coming to our ward who speaks Spanish, and felt that she wasn't understanding the gospel. It was really valuable that he was able to talk to her. So, you never know, your talents can be useful.
Well, I prefer to write in English.
You prefer to write.
Well, I was just going to ask you that. I was just going to ask, when you write, do you write in your native language and then do you translate it, or do you actually write it in English? Because the posts you do in our Facebook group are in English and they're beautiful.
That's very funny and interesting. When I was on mission field, well, I learned English by myself. Okay, I don't have studies about English before to going to the mission field. So my first book I read in the mission was The Great Apostasy from Elder Thomas, and but I read it, but I don't understand entirely of the books. So at those times there is no internet, there is no nothing, and so I had a Western dictionary, and I start to translate every single page of the book.
Wow.
And when I have finished my mission, I have translated 4 books, okay, for me. And in this way, I learn English, I learn grammatic, but I don't have a companionship to to speak or practice my English. So is I after my mission, one of my first job that I get was translator from books from English to Spanish,
Huh?
manuals and newspapers and everything. We are talking 35 years ago. Okay? The internet is not coming to Honduras, and I have an Olympia typewriter, and I try to learn idioms and grammatical and everything
Wow.
related to English. So
Without Google Translate. It didn't exist back then, huh?
yeah. So it's for me it's more comfortable to write than speak. Okay, and in this time for artificial intelligence, is I use it once in a while to improve my sentence, not my spirits, not my feelings, just my grammatical issues. No more than this.
Yeah. Well, I would really like to read one of your posts just real quickly to give people an idea of what your writing is like, especially knowing that you do it in English and then just use tools to help you with the grammar and make sure it's grammatically correct. But let me bring one up. His posts are very popular in our group.
Wow.
He gets lots of positive feedback, I feel like. Do you feel like that too, Nahum? Let's see. We should have one right here at the top, I would imagine. Okay, here's one. It says, after 50, love changes shape. It's no longer a leap into the unknown. Oh my gosh, I might cry. Sorry. I'll do my best to be stoic when I read it. It's no longer a leap into the unknown. It's a quiet negotiation, not with the other person, but with myself. By now, I know the taste of endings, the sudden drop after believing summer would last forever, only to watch it vanish from one day to the next. At this age, I carry debts that have nothing to do with banks, debts to my own postponed dreams. And then there are the aches, the small betrayals of the body, constant reminders that it is no longer the tireless ally it once was. You learn to measure your strength before taking a step, not out of fear, but because you understand exactly what it costs to rise again. I'm not seeking a romance to parade around, nor a passing affair. What I want is an accomplice, a woman who can read my silences, who hears the words I never speak, a confidant who doesn't interrupt to pass judgment, but gives me the space to pour myself out without fear. A partner who knows that at this stage the ground is fragile and that love no longer thrives on storms, but on peace. I want someone who won't turn away when the aches outweigh the desire, when the gray days stretch on and my spirit retreats. At our age, love is not a thunderclap that shakes the earth. It is a slow, steady fire. And I want someone who knows how to tend that flame. I have no interest in pretending that everything will be fine as if I were 20 again. I want someone who will sit beside me when it isn't and still look into my eyes and say, I'm staying. Sometimes without realizing it, if I catch myself humming that old Eric Carmen song, I'll never fall in love again. I don't want to start with someone new because I couldn't bear to see it end just like you and me. It's always a charm I recite to keep my guard up, but somewhere inside a single ember refuses to die out because maybe, just maybe, there's someone who can prove that song wrong. And if she comes, it won't be to rescue me or promise me forever. It will be to walk beside me, to share something real in the present, and to remain even with all that has come before, saying without hesitation, I'm staying. Sorry, I can't believe I got so emotional.
Yeah.
We should have had Kay read it.
Yeah, that's right. They're non-emotional.
You're just better at concealing it.
Yeah.
But that is beautiful, and it's certainly the love that most of us are looking for. I think that's right.
Everyone can relate to it, certainly in our
Well, it's probably not probably. It was my personal statement.
Yeah.
In my solitude, in my loneliness, in my dreams. I believe in love. I believe in there is somewhere, and try to find the right person. I don't know who. I don't know where. And I am not looking for. And probably in the time of the Lord, well, all the tasks we are waiting in the Lord, but yeah, this is my personal statement. And suddenly, I don't know if it happened to both of you. You said suddenly it's you wake and early in the morning.
Yeah.
And
And
because,
what's so also so lovely about it is that you post stuff like that on a pretty regular and consistent basis. I mean, just at least weekly, I want to say. I don't know, but pretty often. And so that's just an example of some of the things that you share. One thing
But
with
we've got a piece of advice for you that one of our podcasts just a week or two ago was called It's Just Dinner. And it's like basically the message is you've got to put yourself out there.
yeah,
Go on
yes.
dates. Don't think
Yes,
of a date isn't necessarily marriage. A date is just dinner, but you've actually got to go to dinner. So it's just
yeah.
a little bit of, one-on-one coaching there for you.
Yes, and you're in Salt Lake, so there's lots of opportunity to find people to go to dinner with.
yes, it will.
Did what's the other thing? I think the book that you just published, did you self-publish your book? It's on Amazon, I know.
Yeah, all of them is Amazon. But today I received a note or email from Maxwell Institute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Awesome.
in order to see my book and see what's happening.
Oh,
Exciting.
that's super cool.
I was just going to say, so let's talk about the latest book. So this one's in English so that the people listening to this can actually read it. So that's exciting. And it's based on the Book of Mormon. So it's your research on the Book of Mormon, but it's about society and the downfall of society. Is that
Like
how you
the
describe
rise
it?
and fall of civilizations, kind of, and the examples that are given in the Book of Mormon and then compared to more modern times, right?
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and it's a lot of research, a lot of very in-depth research and comparison to the examples. So I can definitely see why Maxwell Institute would be interested in hearing more about it.
Yeah. The Book of Mormon is a newspaper of antiquities for all days. All the examples, all the things that happen in the world is um, plasmid in the Book of Mormon. I
Mm.
love the Book of Mormon. Every single word of the Book of Mormon.
Mm. And so what's your advice to civilization to say, like, let's not mess it up?
Wow. Well, did you see the thing that happened in the world? All this stuff, all this combination, all these people trying to get power and gain for money is related to the Book of Mormon. Every single president, every king in parallel history is included in the Book of Mormon.
Mm.
Every you can see what happened in Europe, in Africa, in Asia. It's the same. It's, there is no different issues related to or capabilities or expectation. It's all related to the Book of Mormon. Okay, there is all the answers. All the
Mm.
answers is there.
So your pride, money, power,
Exactly,
all
exactly,
those. Mm.
including relationship.
In relationships, yes. So right
Yes.
down to the one-on-one level.
Yep, 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 yep. Um, I have thinking about relationship. Why the marriage don't succeed?
Mm.
Um, in my opinion, in my case, um, have told you before, I don't believe in toxic relationship.
Mm.
Okay? If you can see Nephi, when Laman and Lemuel, they are toxic.
Mm.
So they separate and say, goodbye, my brothers. I am going to another space, another territory, another land, and continue your life. And but Laman and Lemuel, they are toxic.
But he tried for a long time with them, though, didn't he?
Exactly. Yeah,
They tried to kill him and he still forgave.
exactly. And,
That's pretty intense.
yeah, and then try to convince of the wrongdoings and try to bring them to the peace, to the Lord, but they don't have it. They don't want it.
Mm.
So it's one of a lot of examples of the toxic relationship with the woman. Okay?
Yeah. You can't make people righteous. They have to choose it,
Exactly.
Yeah.
which is,
Yeah.
when it comes to our children, it's like, no, we should be able to make them. Oh. But yeah, no matter what happened, he couldn't make his brothers follow God. No.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. For this reason, I wrote in this post when I say I am not seeking a romance to play around, nor a pacing affair. I want to accomplish a woman who can read my silence, who can read my books, who can read my notes, my histories, everything. Okay, it get involved with me because if she is involved with me, I involved with her. So it says I am looking for a partner. It's simple. Okay, we are partnered with the Lord. It's simple. Okay, and my um, my woman for say something uh, must be a partner. Okay, but in the temporal issues and spiritual issues, uh, working hand to hand.
Mm.
We are not in the age to looking for a toxic relation. We are looking for peace, inner peace. Uh, yeah, we have passing through divorce or a lot of difficulties in our lives, and we are looking just peace, no more.
I remember years ago someone saying that they wanted contentment in their marriage. And I remember thinking, oh, that sounds awful. And now I'm like, oh, no, actually, that's really good.
Why would you think that's awful, Kay? You like
Yeah.
drama? You like
I
the
like-
excitement, the thrill?
Yeah, it's the thrill and excitement and stuff. And that was what I thought in my 20s, 30s. I went, I want that. And now I'm like, oh, no, peace, contentment. That sounds,
Exactly.
compatibility, like the going hand in hand, just peacefully walking through life sounds like a really good plan.
Probably in the 5, 10, 20, or 30 years that we are here on the earth, we don't have dramas. No.
Yeah.
We've had enough. We've had enough
Yeah,
dramas.
exactly. No. No more.
No more.
So, Nahum, do you have another book in the works? Are you working on something else right now? Now that because you just recently finished the one that is published.
Well, let me. I trying to translate this one. Awake.
Awesome.
A redemption travel, a second chance to live, love, and rediscover the sense of the life. Okay? It's a romantic story.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That does sound like where you're at the moment. Yes, so that's good.
Well, the thing that I am translating to English because it's sad to say, but I need to say. Many um, Latin American don't like to read. Simple. Especially from Mexico to Colombia, people have losing to read books. They are in the cell phones and the TikTok or whatever, except in books. Okay, so I have find that writing English is accessible to everyone, and I have sold more books in English than Spanish.
It's a sad thing for you to say, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish 3 or more that it's better than none.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
think that's a great goal, to take the books that you have written and translate them to English. And
that's an enormous goal, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right. Well, it's been wonderful having you chat with us today and learn more about you and the romantic person inside you. That's lovely to hear. We're going to have you on in the future because we're going to talk about IT and that's actually the other side of your life. So we're going to talk about that. I think we're getting a little group together for that, aren't we? To talk about.
Yeah, just because artificial intelligence is a scary and interesting dynamic in the world, and just information technology in general is such a big deal. And so it's a fascinating field, I think.
So everybody, you'll see more of, but yeah, make sure you watch his posts on our Facebook group, which is the same name as the podcast, Thriving LDS Singles. So come along and see his posts. And
yes. And you post on your own personal page as well. So we'll put the link to your Facebook that they can contact you there and contribute to your nonprofit. I know you are asking for donations for your birthday for your foundation, but
I'm sure it's not too late. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
So thank you very much. And sorry, you would like to say something?
Relating to the contribution for my birthday, I received 0 donation.
We'll see if we can fix that.
Well,
Nobody loves me.
Well, anybody who would like to help the people of Honduras with food, education, clothes, yeah.
Also, I was just wanted to ask you if you wanted to, if you'd be willing to share your testimony either in Spanish or in English. Either way would be lovely if that's something you'd be comfortable doing.
Well, my testimony as a single adult in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I have learned a lot about patience and the importance of the community. My faith has carried me through challenge and continues to inspire not only the way I live, but also the way I write. And I am grateful to this opportunity to share my testimony for my Savior, Jesus Christ. It's the reason why I'm here, the reason why I'm looking for a partner. I don't pretend to be perfect. I am not perfect. I have a lot of mistakes. And probably I will continue making mistakes in my life, in my entire life. But I have a strong testimony of the tenderness, merciful of the Lord unto me. He is my Savior. He is my support in my trials, in my solitude, and my weakness. That I am trying to continue serving and walking in the covenant and trying to improve in every way because I love him. And I try to prepare to meet face to face in one day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. I think that's a wonderful spot just to finish. So thank you, Nahum, for being part of it. And thank you, Kim. And bye, everybody. We'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Nahum.
Bye-bye.